Hello, cupcakes. You know we're about to get serious when I have my electrolytes and I'm in my car. So I had recently put up a Q&A on my story and majority of the questions were about how to become confident. So I thought that a long-term YouTube video is going to be more favorable for that. So again, I have my notes ready with me and let's get started. I have to switch off the AC. Okay, Khar, why are you being so aggressive? I have to switch off the AC because there's a lot of background noise. I'm gonna be right into your face so that you can get these things engraved and never feel underconfident about yourself. The struggle of confidence, it comes from a lot of things. Okay, it can come from an existing relationship or a relationship from the past. It can come from mommy issues, daddy issues, absent parent, bad parenting. Most of the time it builds from childhood because you just start to question yourself a lot. Am I good enough? Am I even enough? So the first step to being confident is to have a goal that you're striving for, a goal that you're constantly pursuing. A goal also gives you purpose, and unless and until you fulfill the purpose of your life, you're not going to be confident ever. The goal is not to probably achieve and be where you want to be. It is constant betterment. Every single day that you're trying anything at all, for example, you're learning a new instrument, if you are probably reading a new book, if you're learning a new activity, for example, you're learning to play basketball or just boxing, any kind of movement, doing different things builds new neural pathways, which obviously enhances your mental cognitive abilities, and that is very, very important to build your self-concept as well. Or when you put yourself out there into the world, into the universe, that is when you come in touch with the true essence of who you are. For once, just stop questioning what is happening around me and why is it happening this way, and shift your mindset to what is it trying to teach me. For example, someone is disrespecting you, so instead of being like, why the person is disrespecting me or something, what is it inside of me that is letting the other person disrespect me in such way? Maybe you lack boundaries and the situation is trying to tell you how to set boundaries. Maybe the situation is trying to tell you how to say no. I used to be a people pleaser and it takes a lot of effort to say no. But once you start taking a stand for yourself, everything around you starts taking a stand for you. Cheers. Last point brings me to point number 2, which is confidence means showing up for yourself. For example, I'm confident in my friend. I'm going to call her in some emergency situation and she's going to pick up the call and she's going to show up for me. And I will be very sad if that is the amount of trust that I'm putting into her and she's not showing up for me, isn't it? So why don't you deploy the same kind of energy into yourself? Why can't you put that trust into yourself and why can't you show up for yourself? Stop letting yourself down every single time. Every single time you say that I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna hit the gym, I'm gonna get my nails done, whatever the situation is, and you do not show for yourself just because you're lazy, just because someone told you that, end moment plan, let's meet and whatever, and you're putting yourself and all your priorities aside, you're disrespecting yourself. That highly, highly affects your confidence because you're not taking yourself seriously. How can you expect others to do so? Wake up. Keep your promises. The utmost form of self-respect that you can show to yourself, that I keep repeating on my page and everywhere else, is showing up for yourself. Keep your promises. Hit the gym, get your nails done, oil your hair, invest in your self-care, buy that goddamn serum, and for God's sake, do not delay your hair wash day just because some Aaron Aditya or Arjun said end moment that, let's meet. So you're going to put every single thing aside just to meet that boy. Please. Goes vice versa for men as well. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Prioritize what prioritizes you. Okay? Stay away from leeches that suck out every single ounce of good energy from you and invest into yourself. Literally find your style. Find whatever suits you. Buy those clothes. For me personally, it is accessories. You are never ever going to see me without accessories because that is what makes me feel confident, and no matter how late I am, I'm not skipping my accessories. It's not your particular identity, but that is something that is so signature to you that people are going to associate it to you. Point number 3. Confidence is always silent. If you ever have to open your mouth to prove your worth, that is insecurity, because confidence is always silent. Stop being in a conflict with your conscious and subconscious beliefs. You can have all the affirmations in the world, right? You can have every manifestation technique mastered, done and dusted, but if you're wavering, if you're in a constant conflict between your thoughts and constantly wondering, why is anything not working out for me? Why am I such a slack? And constantly questioning, then nothing is going to work out ever. Detach, let go of the ego, and let go of the illusion of how the world is perceiving you. Focus on how you perceive yourself. Walk into a room, take up some space. Let the confidence radiate from you. Get comfortable with being yourself. Not being yourself, but with being yourself. Keep your shoulders and neck straight. Keep your chin up while you talk and maintain that eye contact. Stop being a 60-year-old Karen with rounded shoulders, please. No one is going to get any kind of radiated energy or confidence from her, okay? And lastly, self-acceptance. Your ancestors had to survive through wars, through plagues, through famines, through utter poverty, and through I don't know what, just so that you could be here at this present moment. The only superpower that you have is that no one ever was you and no one ever is going to be you. Okay, maybe my face is not ideal, but it's mine. It is mine. It is what is getting me through life. Worship your body like a temple. It is serving you every single day. I know for a matter of fact that 90% of the people don't even follow a good routine. We sleep late, we eat absolute shit, we are not even hydrating ourselves, we're not even doing anything for our body. And think, your body is still supporting you through all of this. Why don't you worship it like a temple? Specifically females, why are you not worshipping your body? Even if you have been pregnant or not, or whatever the situation is, your body is so majestic. It is capable of bearing an entire life inside of it. Please, that is magical. Move your body, work out, not because you have to, but because you get to. Your face represents your heritage. It represents the struggles of every single person that has been through a lot of stuff, just so that you could be here at this present moment and fulfill your purpose. I think that is enough for today. And just know that confidence has a lot of aspects. It is mental, the way I told about the perspective and your subconscious beliefs. It is physical, presenting yourself in a way that is very tidy, that has a particular style. It comes from your soul. It comes from your soul, that is self-acceptance. It comes from your bloodline, and it comes from internal gratitude and detachment from the outcome. The sun has already waved a bye. I'm gonna head out too. I hope this video helped you guys, and even if it makes 1% of difference in your life and your perspective at least shifts from being a complete slack and a couch potato to genuinely addressing your internal beliefs and internal thoughts, then the purpose of this video is fulfilled. I was not very sarcastic in this video. I was not very humorous because I wanted it to be straight to the point. So I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you in the next.